this is actually a very special group for me. The first time I ever traveled abroad when I was in high school was actually to China. It was I went and spent over a month with a cultural exchange, doing all kinds of activities, and it was the most magical month that I've ever experienced. Just learning about different places, and I really fell in love with China. I've probably been back to China about 15 or 16 times since then for work and different things, and it's just a magical adventure every time. You never know what's going to happen, and it's anything is possible in China, and that's why it's a special place.
Thank you, Pierre and Matt. I'm Jia Ma 老师 here in Shanghai. Greetings from Shanghai. This is a quite chilly winter morning here, but we can still feel Christmas is in the air, even here in Shanghai. So, Pierre, shall I start to share my screen maybe to start the
Sure. Yep.
presentation? Okay. I guess you can see my screen now. How many of you have learned Chinese before? Can you let me know? Raise your hand. I can see some of you. Great. So those of you may know that in China, we can address somebody like myself as teacher, 老师. You can add the 老师 behind the surname of his or her surname. My surname is Ma, so students here always call me Ma 老师. And actually, together with me, we have a Chinese language teaching team here in Shanghai, who will be here to support your academic plans and to make sure that you have a balanced academic and immersive experience here in the city. Our center director, Dr. Steve Chow, he has almost 30 years work experience across university campuses in the US. He's very familiar with study abroad, and he himself is a business professor. And in addition to the Chinese language team, we also have a student services team who will be here to support your goals. And they can connect you to all kinds of resources, including health, safety, and security. And here you can see a map of China. And Shanghai is in the East Coast. Here is in the red circle. Actually, China has over 100 cities with a population of greater than 1 million, and Shanghai is a financial center of it all, and has a population of over 24 million. That's about 2/3 the population of Canada, just in Shanghai. And Shanghai is one of just a few special economic zones in China, which means it has a larger business focus than other cities in Shanghai. And you will be able to learn to navigate the many transportation systems like train, metro, bus in the city when you are here. And here in Shanghai, actually, we have been hosting high school summer program for the past 4 years. And here are some top reasons, according to our previous students, here are some top reasons to choose China and Shanghai as a destination for a summer program. While it definitely will be a perfect and most effective opportunity to immerse yourself in the environment to learn a new language or enhance your language skills. But more importantly, this could be a life-changing experience for you to get to experience a different culture and expand your vision of the world, to see in person what China is actually like. And of course, to taste the authentic Chinese cuisine. You can come and find out. Is there anything different than what you can order in a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown in the US, other than sweet and sour pork and General Tso's chicken? And also, maybe is fortune cookie a real Chinese tradition? So you yourself come to China and find it out. And then again, about Shanghai, the city. Shanghai is a metropolis that is heavily populated with people coming from all over China and all over the world. It is modern and super convenient and very safe. You can find traditional neighborhoods and shopping districts here in Shanghai. You can also find bubble tea shops everywhere with hundreds of flavors that you could pick from. And it's an international city here. where you can access tourist spots like traditional water town, as well as Disneyland by public transportation within 1 hour. You can visit all the museums, traditional streets, and see traditional Chinese architecture. You can experience all the entertainment that a big city can provide. And it's very easy to navigate. We have 16 subway lines that reach out all over the city, and an excellent public bus system that make using public transportation a convenient and inexpensive way to get around Shanghai. And also cab fees are pretty low compared to the US. And there is apps like Uber, which is called Didi, that makes taking cabs a good option as well. So all the cities, tourist spots, and other places of interest are reachable by subway and bus. And our study center, CIE Shanghai Study Center, is located in East China Normal University, ECNU. The campus is 5 to 10 minutes walking distance from the nearest subway station. It is also the same distance away from Shanghai's biggest shopping mall, and 1 or 2 subway stations away from other shopping districts, like with lots of dining options from traditional Chinese cuisine, as well as Japanese, Korean, and other Asian cuisines to Western food. So it's very convenient. And here you can find out what a typical week of our high school summer abroad program will be. There will be very interactive language classes followed by a session of community conversation, which is called Chinese moment here. If you use WeChat, you may find a moment, 朋友圈. So you can practice in situation right after class during Chinese moment. And there will be daily cultural activities and excursions. You will also have free time to explore and have fun with the host family. And then language learning. As mentioned in the beginning, we have an experienced language teaching team here to support your academic goals. You will be placed into different levels, and class size will be pretty small. So each one of you will have enough opportunity to practice in class, and there will be nowhere to hide. So you'll have enough time to practice your oral Chinese. You will find the curriculum very practical and function-oriented. And most importantly, since you are here in China, Shanghai, you will be learning the most authentic expressions. And the language pledge, so you will get to know that once you are on site. Mandarin Chinese only while we're in class and while we are talking to all the staff and Chinese language teachers. That will help you to enhance your language skills in an immersive environment. And you will, so that's language learning. And also I want to talk a little bit more about the Chinese moment and the community conversations. So after 2 hours morning classes, there will be a half-hour outdoor oral practice session called community conversation. This is a time that you can flex your Chinese skills. You can build confidence and improve your speaking skills by engaging in a conversation with locals around the city. These scheduled activities happen in pairs, groups, or it could be self-directed with the guidance of your program leaders, and always connect to the new language which was learned in the class each day. So here's the most exciting part, activities and excursions. Those are actually the highlights and most highly evaluated by our previous students. All activities and excursions bring to life an aspect of the day's lesson. So for example, you can learn Chinese martial arts through Kung Fu Masters customized training. Chinese martial arts, some of you may have watched the movie Kung Fu Panda, 功夫熊猫. Chinese martial art, often named down under the umbrella term Kung Fu, consists of several hundred fighting styles and have developed over the centuries in China. The training will be begin with the master's assessment of your current level of physical fitness and ability. And afterwards, they will teach every student the basic moves of Kung Fu and evaluate with the speed you learn the steps. Some of the basic exercises, including a series of several different but simple kicks or punches. And so that's one example, the Chinese martial arts workshop. And also another example will be maybe like city tour to explore Tianzifang in what was once Shanghai's former French concession, now has been transformed into a fascinating art and craft destination. While much of the older homes and buildings have been replaced, the character of this old European district has been carefully preserved in its architecture and layout, with many small alleys and laneways just begging to be explored. In addition to its many shopping opportunities, it consists of small galleries and craft shops rather than the bigger stores that you can find elsewhere in the city. And we will also have like Huangpu River Cruise, which our students likes very much. Students will take this chance to see both sides of Shanghai, the old and the new, from the center of the Huangpu River. So on one side is old Shanghai with its European architecture, which represents the past and the present image of Shanghai as Paris of the East. On the other side of the river is Lujiazui, which is a financial zone with its famous skyscrapers such as the World Financial Center, Shanghai Tower, the Oriental TV Tower, representing the fast economic development of modern China. Another thing I want to mention is you will be able to join a live karaoke contest with language instructors as well as program leaders. The contest will be judged according to language levels. Students, you will show your Chinese language fluency by singing Chinese songs. That's a fun time that we had before. And we also have some day trips and overnight trips designed. For example, day trip to Chongming, you can touch nature with peers in Chongming Island. There are a variety of farm activities such as digging potatoes, making Chongming cake. You can get close to the farm, taste green and natural food, and there will be many interesting games designed for this one-day itinerary. And our students enjoyed our overnight excursion to Hangzhou. Compared Shanghai to a smaller Chinese city, and the architecture, the pace of life, and the effects of tourism. So you can visit a natural area to discover China's natural landscapes, lakes and temples. So that's a city that I myself like very much, Hangzhou. And homestay. Our homestay families have been working with us, CIE Shanghai, for more than 15 years. So they all share the passion, the love of international exchange. So that will be a very special memory for all of you staying in a Chinese host family. You can see that in the photo that's our Chinese family taking our students out to enjoy the local lobster food. And finally, I want to mention a little bit about the COVID-19 related situation and current conditions. Although nowadays we still have 14 days quarantine here in Shanghai, but we ourselves feel very safe living in Shanghai, and we have freedom to go to most places in Shanghai without worrying about the COVID-19 infection. So after 6 months, we hope that we can make it to finally, eventually get you here in Shanghai. And that will be very exciting, and we look forward to that. So that's all I want to talk about here from Shanghai. Let us know if you have any questions. I will give it back to Pierre and Matt. Thank you. 谢谢你们。
You can stop sharing.